So, I was thinking, like any human being, I have a lot of beliefs, ideas, and thought patterns that I like to adhere to. Now, I could make random videos talking about random things, but in each video I'd be drawing from the same underlying understanding. Rather than making all these random videos, I'd like to just directly talk about the understanding itself. So I don't know if this will be a video series or whatever, like base understanding, interpretations, base understanding this, that, whatever. But it will probably be a video series. Anyway, I don't want to make these videos too long, so let's just get right into it. So we can look at this and call it a tree. But it's important to acknowledge that this translation from the source, from the experience to words, can be faulty. So this does not equal this, rather this is just an attempt at describing what you see here. With a tree, it's pretty clear what each language is talking about, and it's hard to misinterpret what you are seeing. It's a tree, it's a fucking tree. But when we start talking about more complicated topics and abstractions, things can definitely get lost in translation. Both in translation from the thing itself into words and between languages as well. So when we get to these complicated topics and abstractions, words are not as precise as we like to think. When someone tries to explain a happening, an idea, or an experience in words, a part of the essence of the phenomenon of the thing itself is already lost in this translation process. And so when you are speaking of abstractions, you're really left wondering if someone really gets it in a similar way that you do, if they get it at all. This is because people always look at things through their own lens of reality. They will interpret things to fit with what they currently believe is right, and will subconsciously jump to the smallest and highest hoops. They'll do the craziest mental gymnastics to maintain any belief they currently have. So even just having one faulty belief can completely shift the interpretation of everything else a person perceives. So even if a situation is completely identical, different people will have a different interpretation of what they see. But also consider that different perspectives of the same phenomenon will also lead to different interpretations, none of which need to be necessarily considered wrong. You see what you see. So we have different interpretations of the same perspective, and that goes for each perspective. So there are so many ways to view just one thing. The idea of all these different understandings highlighting sometimes very subtly different parts of the same thing kind of makes me excited. And I think by sharing our different perspectives that highlight different areas of the same thing, we can cover each other's blind spots and inspire many new ideas and create deeper understandings that can potentially be of great value.